and definitely not Zion Spartan. I mean, that game, he was not wrong in that he was just this massive tank. I mean, we saw that whole charade in the top lane of Core JJ trying to escape the Scion and doing no damage in the process.
Yeah, actually 0 damage with auto attacks.
Yeah. And I feel, you know, like that's one of those things where they weren't necessarily accounting for the evolution of that tank. They had been winning team fights, finding good initiates, but then there was a point at which they couldn't break through that CLG front line, and they weren't acknowledging that and changing their game plan.
Yeah, and I like the way that Zion built too, full armor, just because the AP threat is a LeBlanc, which is generally single target. You have a little bit of AoE, but LeBlanc should not be targeting a Scion. And so he got to build basically the first 3 armor items, and nobody else could take him down at all. If LeBlanc wasn't going to kill him, like nobody would, and it would take her multiple rotations of spells to actually do it. So not only did he have Scion, basically the best tank in the game, but he also had a pretty easy build path.
Yeah, and also he's just going to get bonus health all the time from farming, so he actually has a way to soak up some of that damage from the burst. Like you said, extra rotations on that. And I thought he was actually going to run away with the game by himself very early on off of the lane swap. Because, like he said, he was 2v1ing, and we've seen Zion Spartan before just crush somebody top lane. It's like, oh, we lane swapped, I come back with double your CS, and now you have to deal with me. And then he's chunking people out, maxing Q first on the Scion on this patch. And
then the shenanigans break out.
Oh, man. Like, I thought he was just going to kill him in lane right there. Like, it's like, hit R, hit Q, he's going to be gone. He just kept shoving him out. The fights that they did win, though, on Dignitas' side, were when Zion Spartan wasn't there.
Very true. I want to point out something that Jat said, which was that the normally mal-aligned jungler in Azingi and just Dignitas been struggling with that jungle role up till today, actually performed and stepped up a bit on Zach with some great engages, which is how I kind of want to get into our replay, which is 18 minutes into the game. The crazy, chaotic fight that started with a Zach jump over the wall in the bot lane. So we're going to pull that up on your screens right now. Zareen, let's go.
Yeah, it starts at 18 minutes, but it ends at 21. And we're going to see here, Azingi actually sets up for this way in advance. They see that Zion Spartan is top. Now start rolling this clip out because he's going to engage. He's immediately going to use his ultimate to bounce double lift with the extended range of the knockup since we've last seen Zach. It shoves him back into the team. They end up getting a triple kill in this bottom lane and just cleaning house on the bottom lane of CLG. Gamsu has already TP'd in, and Zion Spartan says he's just going to go and stay top. He even has his TP up, but he's not going to join this fight. Then they clean up the 3. They see Gamsu back. They just continue to push this bottom wave out. And then Zion Spartan says, oh, Gamsu's back. I have TP advantage. Let's take this next fight. And he TPs behind them. And then all havoc just breaks out here. He actually thinks he's going to back, and he's like, no, there's an opportunity here.
Yeah, they've waited out the full death timers of all 3 people that died in the bottom lane, but they're not going to let them get away with this one. And this is where we see the hopscotch over the dragon wall. Link goes in, so Zion decides, you know what, I'm super fed. I got your back, Link. You know, no man left behind. And this is when, you know, after he throws the lantern initially to try and save Link, so he doesn't have it to get Zion out. Since he can't get Zion out, might as well go in, because double lift is back up as well. So he lands the flash hook onto Shifter. At the same time, Smithy lands his Vault Breaker and immediately kills the other target. So then they come out ahead of this one, and we're going to see another Afromu play here, which is what we've come to expect from him. Another hook lands, another kill lands, and they completely turn it around. Like, you barely get time to breathe after even pulling off a gank down bottom, as magnificent as that Dignitas play was. A full clean sweep, 3 kills. You feel like you have the run of the map, and CLG do not let you get out alive with it.
Yeah, and immediately the fact that Zion was like, all right, I'll let him go. I'll sacrifice the bottom lane. I'll get some turret damage. Gamsu comes back. Then he saves his TP for the play. I thought was really well orchestrated by Zion because he was like, all right, I'm going to back. No, I'm going to TP in, and this is a fight we should take. And he jumps in and he stays in. He's like, I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Yeah, and CLG really values those cross-map plays, always holding on to those resources really, really tightly until they have to use them. The one thing, though, that I was kind of disappointed is they did get out-shoved a couple times. The Trist and Janna combination, quickly shoved down quite a few turrets, which we don't usually see from CLG, you know, getting out-rotated.
Yeah, we saw that off of the back of the Baron, which may have thrown them a little bit off kilter. They were trying to get their legs back under them. Right.
Oh, God.
Now, in the last couple of minutes here, I want to talk about the matchup tomorrow, actually, because it is CLG controlling their own destiny for first place here. With that TSM loss earlier today, they're tied up going into tomorrow. I mean, it sets up that, you know, that rematch perfectly for us, but it really speaks to the fact that it's all on them, right? It's on them to take first place back.
It's really kind of strange, too, because both teams played their styles today, and they didn't have good showings on their styles, right? It's like Bjergsen carry classic TSM style, didn't work out. CLG map rotation, come out of laning phase, didn't work out. And so right now, it's really like more up in the air than it was last time that these two teams met.
Yeah, and I really do feel like it does have to do with, you know, TSM being overseas, concentrating so heavily on international competition, as we've said so many times, and then coming back, they're facing a week where they just came back from Katowice, and they have a CLG matchup, you know, which always takes up a lot of their attention. So there is a high likelihood that they overlook the first day. And they were obviously not expecting to fight, you know, Team Urgot mid, because it definitely trumped the Team Solo.
I don't think you ever are. You know, like it's just like you can't waste the brain power on the idea that you could one day play against an Urgot mid.
Well, the thing is, like, it wasn't even just Urgot, right? They also had pretty bad picks into it. You know, they picked all AD into a Nunu. Already with Nunu showing is, you know, kind of iffy going all AD because he has so many attack speed slows and he's so strong right now as a peeling tank for the front line. So maybe some questionable moves in the draft phase for TSM that they have to clean up before they face CLG.
Well, we'll look for TSM to regroup going into tomorrow, CLG to carry the momentum. It should be an exciting game regardless. There is still more league action coming your way, though. Up next, we've got Winter Fox versus Team 8. Stay with us. Week 8 of the NA LCS Spring Split continues in just a few.
Okay, so what do we need, boys? We need communication, we need attention, we need focus, we need vision, and easy win.
Here comes Zion on the juke back. He's gonna dive the Q, shoot through the outplay. He's gonna get away from Zion Spartan. Yes, he does. The minion throw.
Yeah, come here. Back to the paint. Yes, you guys ready? Yes, you do this. Go on the block. The block. I'm going. The block, no lantern. No lantern. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. One. Oh, Baron.
Baron. You can't? I can take. Nice. Yes. Baron. Go by. Yeah!
No throw.
Let's go! All right, let's go. If you can see double, he can't rent. They go for Smithy first. Double's got to be a target. He puts an Afro move. That's the game. CLG in 37 minutes.